So we are on our first day spying the land of Israel, but spying for good reason, fixing the sin of the spies to speak about good words. 40 days speaking good words of the land of Israel so that we fall in love with the land of Israel, we understand the greatness of the land of Israel, and we finally move there from our own free choice, not because we're pushed, not because we're scared, not because, any selfish or not authentic reason. The reason we are supposed to go to Israel and to move to Israel is because this is the only place I can truly live as a Jew, represent the Jewish people, and build up my nation and my country in order to be a light into the nation. That's the goal. So we're going to start with Rav Kook, because speaking about Israel, who else can we start with better than Rav Kook to understand a bit the deeper secrets of the land of Israel? And we're also going to learn Tuv Haaretz. So we'll have learned mostly from those two books, but here we're learning from Orot Me'ofel. So the land of Israel. The land of Israel is not something external, not an external national asset, a means to the end of collective solidarity and the strengthening of the nation's existence, physical or even spiritual. So it's not necessarily what we think, or even the way I say it, that's our home. It's much more than that. The land of Israel is an essential unit bound by the bond of life to the people, united by inner characteristics to its existence. So it's saying that it's not speaking about the national thing, that it's a country, it's a nation, and we go there because that makes us like one home, one family, like the other nations. No, there's something much deeper into it. There's a soul, there's an inner thing hidden within the earth, within the land of Israel, a spiritual component that connects to our inner self, to our souls, that unites us on a soul level. Therefore, it is impossible to appreciate the content of the sanctity of the land of Israel and to actualize the depth of love for her by some rational human understanding. We're trying to think, this is the reason why we love Israel, and Israel is so great. It's not just a simple intellectual understanding. Only by the Spirit of God that is in the soul of Israel. So it's a deeper connection. In a way, if I'm not really connected to the land, I have to go into a meditation. I have to go into a spiritual level to understand the power that Israel, the land of Israel, actually represents. This spirit radiates natural hues in all avenues of healthy feeling and shines according to the measure of supernal Holy Spirit, which fills with life and pleasantness the heart of the holy of thought and deep Jewish thinkers. So this is something that we get there, that is a download of spirituality that is different than other places. So we have to stop of thinking of the land of Israel. It's a nice place. It's the home of the Jews. It's not about that. It's the soul of the world, the physical world. It's like choosing what would you rather be, the garment or the person itself, right? So what people are talking about, the Jewish nation, the land of Israel, that's the garment. I want to be the soul, the body itself is Israel, but I need to connect to it, and the only way is to connect on a deeper level. The view of the land of Israel as only an external value serving as a cohesive force, even when it comes only to reinforce the Jewish idea in the diaspora, to preserve its identity and to strengthen faith, fear of God and observance of mitzvot, bears no permanent fruit, for this foundation is shaky compared to the holy might of the land of Israel. So, right, again, he's saying something very powerful. It's not something we can rationalize. We have to connect to the land of Israel on a much deeper level. There's something there that according to some opinions, the land of Israel is Gan Eden. So you understand what I mean? Gan Eden, we're speaking about paradise. It's a land where the garden of paradise was at its full force, and therefore we have the ability to connect to that. But obviously it's speaking on the unconscious level, on the spiritual level, on the soul level. So the true strengthening of the Jewish idea in exile will come about only through the depth of its immersion in the land of Israel. And from the hope of the land of Israel, it will receive always its essential characteristic. So it's two things. One, I got to immerse myself in the land of Israel. I have to be connected to it. That's why it's so important to move there. It's not just a nice thing. I'm Israeli. That's not the point. The point is to connect through the depth of the secret of the soul behind the earth and the land of Israel. And from the hope of the land of Israel, so if you have tremendous hope for that land, you understand there's a special thing coming out of it. There's a unique birth of that is supposed to come from it. A unique source of energy, of life that is going to give birth to something. The Torah is going to come out of Zion, right? So of Zion. So that means that there's going to be a birth is going to come out from there. The Israel, the earth of Israel is the female, and the 70 nations are like the all 70 of the earth is like the male. So the female, because Israel is Malchus, is the one that is going to give birth to the baby of technically all the nation. All the nation brings gifts, so to speak, like in the time of King Solomon, they give gifts, and Israel take those gifts and bring birth to something very deep. So it is like the mother earth, Israel. So if we hope for that, we understand that we connect ourselves spiritually to that, and we connect to that deeper spiritual thing. But obviously it's to have both. You don't get the same level of connection outside the land than here. The expectation of salvation is the force that preserves exilic Judaism. The Judaism of the land of Israel is salvation itself. So when I'm outside, my expectation that I'm going to be saved, yes, that connects me to the land of Israel. That's what's hiding, the force hiding behind Judaism when I'm outside of the land. But the Judaism of the land of Israel is salvation itself. Is by leaving Judaism in Israel, I'm saved already. I'm connected to the land, and because the land is going to make me feel the energy I need to feel in my generation. So obviously here means much deeper things. I don't know what he means. I'm not a Kabbalist, and I won't understand the depths of what Rav Kook says. But it's clear that we're talking about a very, very deep level. So, God willing, we should be able to, this is the first start, and God willing, we'll continue tomorrow with more, and every day a little bit for 40 days until we literally fall in love with the land of Israel, with our home, with God, with the soul of the land of Israel, and eradicate that mistake of the spies, misunderstanding that the only true greatness is in the land of Israel. Outside of the land of Israel, like the Zohar said, you think you are the heads of the Jewish people, that here you have importance. It's an illusion, and you have to go out of that ego and illusion to go to the land of Israel and be whatever you are in Israel. It's like being a president, it's being a head, because you become connected to the land, and that land sends the energy in all over the world. So it's a central base of command, where it's the rehab for the world, for love, where the energy, like the tree of life of the world, and that gives all this energy to the rest of the world. So God willing, we'll continue tomorrow, and for more incredible secrets about our holy land.